Hello?
Hey,
Hello, how are you?
good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Um, are you still silver? Are you still the same rank we talked about?
Yeah, I'm still silver one,
Okay,
like
cool.
maybe 40 RR or something like that.
Okay, do you mind if people watch? I might have asked you that,
Oh
but
yeah, it's fine.
okay. Okay. So, is there anything you want to talk about like before the session, before we watch your gameplay?
I
Like,
get
maybe your
it's
weaknesses or
my
anything?
yeah. I think my biggest weakness is probably positioning. I think aim wise, it's like I don't think that's the thing holding me back, but that could be. I don't know. I think, like game sense is a big deal too. It's my first FPS, like sort of serious FPS where I'm
Yeah.
trying to improve.
Okay.
Which makes me like more critical of my mistakes and just being
Hmm.
more aware of where I could improve. Unlike previous games where I was just like in it to have fun and chill and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm having fun now too, I'm making an active undertaking to get better.
Okay. Cool. Have you ever played any other competitive like genres that aren't FPS that you were good at, or not really?
No, I've never been good at an FPS game ever.
Okay. Um. Okay, so we can go ahead and start. Does the stream look good?
Let me look. Let me get into it. Yeah, it looks great.
Okay, cool. So Jett, Jett's
Okay.
very strong. How do you feel about Ascent?
Oh, I hate Ascent.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like theoretically, I think I understand Ascent, but to actually play it and win at Ascent, it's one of my worst maps.
Okay.
That and Haven.
Okay. This is actually my favorite map,
Let
so
me
this will be good.
try.
These
Smoke
are so extra.
and a
Smoke in
frenzy.
a frenzy. Okay. I don't mind it. I actually like the frenzy, so
We're
it's completely
climbing
fine.
B. Yeah, I think because we're going B, it's pretty
Yup.
close range.
Yeah. No, I like that logic. Whenever
Yeah,
you're,
dude.
whenever you know you're gonna be going somewhere
Bro,
close
Let's
range,
do it.
frenzy's kind of hard to
we
go
have to
wrong
show
with.
them that we're better.
Yup,
Uh,
definitely.
Gotta assert that. So my jet mechanics are still in need of some work. Like I'll miss a dash sometimes and be in a bad precarious situation.
Okay, that's fine. So I noticed we're actually spending all of our money here, which is good. I often, especially for lower rank players, I have to tell people like make sure you use your credits on first round because it's kind of like a deciding round. So good, it's good that you spent all of your credits first round.
Yeah, I got one. I got one.
Okay. I have the spike for some
So here we have a molly.
Can't go in.
Brim's to our right.
Oh, people.
I gotta drop the spike.
Okay, so at this point, what do you think would be a good idea?
I think it's time to rotate.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we
So
gotta pick B, but we're still being there's a bunch of smokes and a bunch of util they can throw at us, and they've
exactly.
probably rotated at this point, so we need
Okay,
to get out of here.
so you're smart. Okay, let's see if you say that in game.
Probably
So you
not.
don't. Okay, so you know that, but so you're smart, but you don't say that. This is also something I often kind of notice, right? So like you kind of know, you have a good sense that this is not great to push into.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you know, this is basically me telling you that comms are very important. And
Yeah.
so just saying like, let's leave. We get a kill here. It's really good. We could go, but we could also leave. Someone's pushed on mid. Yeah, whenever I see that molly, I'm already thinking like, okay, is this really gonna be a good idea to push? And then after you see the molly and the smoke, then you know that's a lot of time stalled. That's going to be like 15-20 seconds stalled, so it's a lot of time, like you said, for them to rotate, and rotating would just be good for you guys.
What is there ever a right time where you just push through the smoke and be like, surprise, I'm on site?
You can do that. So ideally you don't do that because you don't know what's behind the smoke, right? So like there could be technically there could be like two or even more people behind the smoke. That's where a Sova drone is extremely useful, or you know, like a prowler or a dog or anything that has utility would be extremely useful. But you know, we are in silver, so trying to get your teammates to actually do that might be a little more difficult. But again, it goes back to comms. So if you can like be like, "Yo, Sova, can we drone through this? See if we can get an opportunity." But you going through with a dash activated is not necessarily bad, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think we're going.
Yeah, I think
I
this is
think
good.
I went.
I think this is fine because, like in this rank, Confidence here, good aim. Like you can carry this easily. I don't expect people to be behind this, to be honest with you. I actually don't expect there to be anyone, yeah, because.
Two mid.
Okay. Okay.
Room 52 left.
So a little minor thing here.
Yeah,
Again-
the smoke went really far.
Yeah, exactly. But also, what I'm thinking here is like we could say that we want to go out because it's one thing to have good like be confident to like kind of try to want to go forward here. But it's another thing you see a couple of our teammates don't even like realize they're about to go out. I don't think like they might even be thinking let's go to A or let's just go back.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not in the
So
same page
what
with
would
you.
you say? Like, would you just say I'm dashing, or would you
Yeah,
say
yeah.
like I'm coming
Let's
in?
go A. Let's go A. I'm dashing. Something like that. I would usually say it like twice. That's just like my automatic go-to instead of just like. Because, like, I notice a lot of people, the way that they phrase it is, like, should we go A? They phrase it as, like, a question. Or should we go
Yeah,
B?
I do
Should we
that a
rotate?
lot.
Yeah, and that's
I
good,
do
but
that.
it's kind of a bad habit because, like,
It's not like definitive.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
doesn't make them feel any urgency.
so, like, even though it might feel like you don't want to, like, force them to do this, you're the duelist and you're the one's going in first, so you kind of have that, like, right, you know? Especially because if you die, you want them to trade you. So yeah, also then again, this smoke here is a little bit far forward. This is a completely fine way to dash, but if you were actually dashing into your smoke here, you'd most likely have lived from the brim.
Yeah, ideally it would be around lever. And
Yeah,
then I would dash
exactly.
there.
Yeah, so you hit the switch, because that's what you really want to do for your team if you get the switch. So good. So we are noticing that your comms, which is not surprising. It is a very important aspect of the game, but it's not surprising that it's an area that you lack in. At least it's only first round, but
Okay.
Yeah, I think the like IGO comms I don't really do
And then-
well. My comms are mostly like the damage done, where they are.
Mhm.
Just
Okay.
things like okay, there's I don't know, like chamber B or things like that.
yeah, that's completely fine. I'm not saying you have to be an IGL, but if you are playing duelist, then there are certain comms you're gonna want to make over other roles, right? Because like if you're a controller, you don't have to say I'm dashing in, but if you are a duelist and you're going in, you really want to let your team know that information before
Okay.
like let's go A, or even before the round starts, like let's go B, I'm gonna dash out. That's gonna help a lot as well. Like if you say that and your team's like all the way back here and they're like rotating, then
We smoke off this right
we're
here.
just on the same page. I want to see what we buy this round.
Everyone just fall.
I
Well,
think
they're
we're full
dominant.
saving.
Okay, here's how we start
And I
dominating.
got some
Just round,
utility.
right? Everyone just fall.
Okay.
Okay.
So here, I don't think we're gonna buy anything else. Do you think there's anything at all we could buy here that might give us a little chance to do something this round, even though this round's kind of already pitted against us?
Ooh, if we could buy something here.
Yes, I'm actually. There are two things you could buy here. That would be one of two things you could buy here. Especially as
Maybe a
Jett.
shorty. As Jett. Maybe
Yeah,
a
shorty.
Marshall.
Shorty,
Oh,
you're right.
shorty.
Yeah, shorty and
Dash
then
in and shorty.
shorty or a smoke, because right here, do you ever look at this number? 4100. So you can buy down. It kind of depends what you want to do. I really like the shorty, and if you get a kill like last round, you have even more credits to work
we
with. But
smoke off
we
this
didn't,
right here.
so that's okay.
Okay.
Let's see, because to me the classic is just like it's kind of subpar. It can be good sometimes, but it's kind of RNG.
For the smoke before
Yeah.
cooking, though.
Yeah, wait for this.
I like this play a lot. It's
Alright,
impressive
go,
because
go, go, go.
like the vast majority of people like coach do not go cat or not go
See
mid,
him, we
so this
just
is
right
very
now.
good to
We
see.
go, we go. We
Yeah,
go.
so break that, break
Go
that,
for
break that.
heaven.
Okay. Okay, I like this. I like this. This is not something you typically see in silver. This can actually work. Good.
That's right, meatball.
Oh, there's two A main.
Ooh. If we knew, well, actually Spike already dropped the site, so that's kind of unlucky. I do like this strategy a lot though. I mean, because you don't really have anything to lose.
Yeah, it's like a Hail Mary. We'll see what kills
Yeah.
we can get here.
This could have very well just won either round. So this is something, again, if we're talking about comms, like you can try to ask your teammates to do this. I didn't hear who coordinated this, but if it wasn't you, this is something you could also do. Not that you have to, because we're talking about you not being IGL.
That's right.
So here, it's pretty unlucky that
meatball.
the spike
there's
dropped,
two-
because if the spike didn't drop here, we could have just gone B, right? 'Cause then,
SPT to B. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, it's
Hey,
okay.
man,
It's pretty good, Brown. Yeah, I mean, we killed 3.
Downer.
So here, yeah, I just wanna let you realize here you can buy this, and then you see you have this 200 credits. This is what you could have spent on the smoke or the shorty last round.
On the last round,
So
yeah.
if you had bought a smoke last round, a lot of people tell me like, well, then I can't buy a smoke next round. But you don't have to use the smoke last round. You can have the smoke just in case you're in a situation to win the round, but not necessarily use it, if that makes sense.
So
Yeah.
It might not seem like a big deal, but an extra smoke, like whenever you're actually using them really well, or a shorty could be big.
Hey.
Okay, so it looks
you
like
have to shoot a little.
we're going B A B. Where are you? Wait,
All right, where do I shoot
you're,
through
you're
here?
telling him to line up?
Yeah. Well, he's like, where do
You
I
have to shoot
shoot?
a
I'm
little
like,
bit
okay,
higher,
if you
but
shoot
it's
it there, it'll
Do I
clear
bounce it?
lane.
No, don't
Yeah.
bounce it. Don't bounce it.
That's a good one.
shoot it this way.
'Cause I started at Sova, but I didn't like how passive he was, and like I wasn't getting any experience in gunfights.
Yeah, I respect that. Okay. Do you aim train? Or no?
No, not really.
Do you play like deathmatch?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's good. That's all you really. That's all I typically recommend anymore is just deathmatch. So keep that up. We can talk more about that later
Shoot it.
if I see any like mechanical problems. Okay, so here, I'm not
Oh, no,
quite
don't
sure
bounce it.
what we're waiting
Shoot
for.
it this way. Shoot it.
Here, I would just be running. Like I would have made it past the molly already. Unless we're trying to walk, but I would probably just run up. You know. So how do you feel about me telling you that? Does that seem kind of aggressive to you?
No, it's fine. I think that because my teammates are in front of me here, like I don't want to dash and then get blocked by them, or like because that
Yeah.
happened last round.
Okay. Yeah. So let me see.
Shoot it this tree.
Oops.
Well, like
Don't
a
bounce it,
Reyna
don't
leering
bounce it.
that
Shoot it
isn't
this
a
way.
bad idea either to clear close.
Yeah, Reyna leering through this wall is really, really good. I always do that.
Shoot it
So here we could just kind of like squeeze in between them.
this tree.
Because like, you know, if you're a duelist, really, on attack, it's you want to go as aggressive as you can for the first kill. Like you don't want to like
Okay.
run it down and troll like all the way down into their spawn. But at this point, you can run down because our whole team's here to support us. We have like a heal, you know. So if we're trying to go B, you want to go. Because here again, right now, it's like, okay, we're probably going to want to rotate at this point, realistically.
Or Molly.
That Bram right there, you see that? That was a free opportunity to kill him. Right here,
Hey,
this
the
guy.
stage made it.
Yeah, your Sage is going first.
Or Molly. Or Molly. Where is his lane?
That's a bad dart. But here, now I'll just be asking rotate, right?
Yeah, mid.
Alright.
Wait, I have a drone.
So, like, just a little bit of decisiveness from you.
Can we flash out of this?
Do
Or
you-
no?
There you go. You see, you phrase it as a question. Just
Yeah.
kind of bring attention to that. So if you ever wonder why people don't really, like,
Do it.
yeah, it's like, because it's like imagine that you're hearing a question like that. It's like, well, I don't really, I'm not really near you, so why would I do that? Yeah.
Mid is clear.
So here, I would already rotate because they kind of know that we're here. You got drone. There's so many
Mhm.
smokes. Honestly, I would just avoid B unless you can go aggressive, like I said, really early and get the brim, which you could do very easily as well.
Flash out of this? We
Alright,
can't.
go mid, B through mid.
No,
B
yeah,
through.
we would just rotate at this point.
This
Am I
smoke lasts
trolling?
freaking forever.
No, I think our team's just not on the same page. This is
Yeah.
fine, but typically lurking is something you only want to do a little bit of.
No,
I mean,
why
this
is it
is,
always
yeah,
me?
this can net you a
There's a
kill.
vandal on my body.
Oh, that's
No.
unfortunate.
Spike down mid.
But here
I dropped spike mid.
we don't necessarily
Oh no.
want to run. Yeah, okay. You only had
Good shit, y'all got
a
this.
sheriff though. You know why I
Oh,
say that
that's-
though?
Because he can hear me.
Yeah, because he didn't like clear you,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't surprising. Like, he didn't clear you, so he doesn't know you're here.
Unfortunate.
So you can kind of just walk. We can let our omen run to site and just kill that guy for
Spike
free.
down mid.
I think we're gonna win this,
I dropped
though.
spike mid.
Oh no.
One enemy remaining.
Jet
Good
mid.
shit, y'all
So
got this.
now what? How should we position now in a 2v1 with the spike over there?
Like a crossfire, or maybe I should group up with him,
Yeah, I would say group up.
and we
In,
can trade each other.
in a 2v1, always try to group up ASAP. So you can
Yeah,
trade
this Jett-
exactly.
Jett doesn't
Oh,
know
you
what she's
have
doing.
spike.
Here, it looks like
Got
we're
it.
trying to just run and fight
I
her.
died.
Last player
This is exactly why you don't want to do that.
standing.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Bottom.
Just I would have ran back and then gone market in case he needed help to
Mhm.
get the spike, and then
Okay.
just like played really anywhere. Just kind of let your omen know where you want to play, where you're gonna play. Okay. So yeah, a little positioning there, like you kind of said to start.
Mhm.
Hey, here you go,
Yeah,
Jett.
we are going AB AB.
Yeah, it's like I'm guessing nobody really says where you're going, so you kind of automatically go A B A B A B.
Yeah.
If I was playing in this game, it would be very, very easy for me to predict where you guys are going. So keep that in mind. That's something you can also be like, okay, let's go B again, let's go B again, or you know, let's go B this time. I'll go quicker. So you kind of like go B A B B. So it's kind of like you're throwing them off. So here again, notice we're kind of like spending. Like as soon as the round starts, yeah, as soon as the round starts, like I want to be going for a kill, because being up against the barrier is like it's an advantage for you.
So here you go.
Okay.
Jett. Here, use it.
It's like your random drill your attention though.
Yeah, they wanted skin.
That's okay. So here, this is where we would say, I'm gonna dash out. I'm gonna dash
Oh,
out.
I'm too loud. Huh?
Nah, you're fine.
Alright, what do
You
I
can
shot
be
for
loud.
here? After you utility.
Oh no, I couldn't.
That's okay. That's gonna happen a lot.
Awkward.
So don't worry too much about that.
Oh, my-
Spike down A.
Jen is clear.
Heaven.
Oh god.
Okay, let me ask you, just since we're on site now in this position.
Mhm.
Also, is attacking or defending easier for you?
Attacking's been easier. On
Okay.
on defense, I have a hard time deciding like, do I go aggressive here? Do I play a passive angle here?
Okay, that's actually good news because defending is typically much easier than attack. So that's actually good news for you. So the other thing I was gonna ask is, where do you think the best spots are to play in this position? Like whenever we're planting or whenever the spike's been planted.
As
On site.
Jett, probably in a more aggressive angle, like heaven, or in that little the glass cubby area.
Yeah. Okay. The reason I said this is because let's see actually if we're gonna play hell.
I'm right here.
This is
Oh,
actually
I play something weird.
no, this is actually a very good spot.
Watch heaven.
No, this is good, yeah. This is definitely good. So this is actually good. This is where you want to play here, and do you know what dice is?
Yeah, the stuff to the left of me.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
play on the opposite side because there's one that's wall bangable, but the other one's
Mhm.
not. So you can kind of like crouch behind that. And then playing here is actually really good. I'm impressed that you're playing here. So generally, what I was gonna say is don't play hell. You can play behind Jen. So these three spots are really good. So good job.
Okay.
Playing heaven is typically kind of aggressive. So,
Oh, okay.
but you can do that. It's fine. Just don't like always run heaven straight away.
Mhm.
So this is good, but why do you think that they were able to kill you here?
I didn't reposition after
Exactly.
getting the kill. Like they know where I am here.
You have a good intuition. Like you're smart about like what's happening.
I think I panic a lot, like in the actual game.
Yeah.
But when I look back at my own VODs or when I play deathmatch, like I do a lot better.
Yeah. No, like because like whenever I asked you what's the best thing to do earlier, and you said rotate, I did not expect you to say that. And here, whenever you said reposition, I also did not expect you to say that. So you're ahead of your rank for sure. But at this point now, it's just a matter of like repositioning. Throwing a smoke here would be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Repositioning as soon as you kill the chamber, because knowing there's probably gonna be more heaven.
Yeah.
Play
Oh,
post.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
whatever
could
you
use your
want.
recombo and hit the wall right here.
Recombo.
You'll see
Okay.
everybody from sight.
So at this point, if I'm not sure like what we want to do, or if our attacks aren't working as a team, I like to hit tab, see what ults we have, and see what ults might be coming up, because you can base a whole play around someone on your team getting an orb. So for example, if we don't know what to do and our Sage is 6 out of 7 from an orb, it would just be like, yo, and we get Sage orb on B in B main, and then that's all that's a whole play, right? Because then at that point
Mhm.
you have an objective, and through that objective you can actually get a kill while you're trying to get that. But that's something I like to do whenever I don't know.
Here.
I'll wing it. I'll wing it.
So here again, up against the barrier, run up. You can even activate your dash if you think the Brim's going to
you
be
can
there.
just
I'm
shoot-
guessing a Molly. Yeah, Molly's coming in. There's going to be smokes. This happens every time you go B. This seems annoying, but really this is actually kind of easy to counter, because you just run past it, push the guy, smoke, have your dash activated. But here we're respecting the Brim too much. Like he's doing the exact same thing. It's very predictable, and I feel like we could have a little more confidence against them. in B
Okay.
main.
Someone
But we
got
can leave.
left
It's fine
mid.
too. But I just think we could absolutely kill him there.
Is that an op? Is that an op?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait.
What's that? That is an op, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that an op? Is that an op?
So I don't know. Like you're asking, is that an up? I don't know if you knew that that was an up.
Oh,
But
I like to talk to myself a lot.
yeah, no, I'm just curious, like if you actually thought that was an up or not.
Yeah, because hearing the sound.
Yeah, yeah. So at this
Yeah,
point,
now you can definitely tell.
yeah, definitely. At this point, I'm not gonna be fighting this guy. Even maybe in silver, I would, but at this point, it's pretty good. It's pretty good habit to just get into to start.
Avoid it.
Start respecting the op because
Mm-hmm.
eventually it's gonna get you killed. So what could you do here? We could smoke this off and just run cat to A.
Mm,
Really?
okay.
Because what's gonna happen here?
Good shit.
Yeah, and you can also tell your team like stop peeking. This could actually be good.
No, I didn't make it. Shit.
Can you make
behind
that?
Let's see.
Is that a makeable jump?
I think you go on this here first, then you could jump up.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you can go all the way up, to be honest.
No, I didn't make it. Shit.
Maybe if you.
Behind you. B. Eddie behind you.
Good shit.
Okay, so now we know where he is.
Yeah, he's top mid
Okay, where should we go now?
with Omen.
Yes. So let's see what we do. We know where he is. Okay, good.
I hit.
So in this position, you could actually
I could stay here.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say you could stay right here. Kind of just playing up against that. 'Cause I don't think he's gonna push mid. To be honest, he could, but he's probably gonna come heaven.
I hit
And
one of them for 80
eventually,
as well.
what I'm thinking you could do is so you can stand right here, watch this angle, but then eventually come up through the window and then just kill him. Or we could just play with our omen.
I don't know where he is.
We know where he is. We know he has to come from here or mid. Unless
Yeah.
he TP'd into a really weird spot. Yeah.
Oh, he has op.
Yeah, so I would say if you haven't noticed it, your smoke usage is not fantastic. We don't really
Yeah,
use
it's not.
you don't use well the main thing I'm worried about actually is that you don't use smokes that often. And only I mean, you've had one bad smoke, but it's really just a matter of using it more frequently, I feel like. So here I think
Uh-oh.
the way we're walking here is a little risky. Because could he be right over there? Right here?
Yeah,
Technically,
he
yeah.
could be.
Oh, he
Yeah.
has op.
So I don't like where our omen is either.
I'm gonna
Yeah, he's in there smoke.
Good smoke.
go play this part right
Yeah, like at this point you really want to be like near your omen because if your omen could die right now, and if you're not close enough to him to kill the person that kills him, or vice versa.
Play an off angle.
So this
And
would be a
Omen
good
has heaven.
situation to play dice. Just then I could look heaven too.
Actually, yeah. Unless he's like too far back.
Covered.
I just think your omen's in a bad position here. Not much to do with you.
Yeah, just don't peek it.
I think he's saving, but I don't know why, because he has his ult. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Okay. So now we know valuable information, which is that chamber is opping. We also know that now we should respect the op a little more. If we hear an op, not only should you avoid it, you should try your absolute best to get your teammates to avoid it.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where you could use your smokes, like your mid. You could smoke the cross, tell your team to let's go cat, quick.
Oh wait, he has.
What
op,
other
that's a
good
bad idea.
situations are there to use smokes? Just like generally.
So when you're pushing, there's probably a lot of opportunities you're missing for good smokes. Because your go-to, I'm guessing, probably on every map right now is to just smoke dash, right?
Yeah.
But you actually don't always need to dash with the smoke. So I'm not saying that dashing is bad, but you can throw a smoke, say, what's a good situation? Like, basically, whenever you want ambiguity for your whereabouts, or whenever you want to kind of make your position unknown just a little bit, you can throw a smoke on the ground in front of you, and it doesn't mean you have to walk into it, but it's really good just because it doesn't last for that long, but it's really good to kind of confuse enemies, outplay them. If you ever use a shorty, I would recommend using a shorty, by the way, even if it feels kind of weird at first. It's very, very strong, and that's where you can use smokes as well. You just, like, whenever enemies are about to run in, push into sight, you throw a smoke down on top of you, they'll run into your smoke, and it's like at least one free kill, maybe two.
Is it on defense or attack where you would buy a shorty or both?
It's definitely better on defense, but if we lose pistol round on attack, I'll often buy a shorty on Jett too, just because
Okay.
I prefer that over classic. If you don't really like the shorty and you have a few extra credits, you could buy like a, if you have a lot of extra credits, you buy like a sheriff, or you could just buy util and not buy anything. Don't
Yeah,
weapons.
don't-
But for smokes, let's see. I'll try to mention if I see any good opportunities for you. So here we're not on the same page as a team, and it's not entirely your fault. Your omen's also over here. But really, I want to see you go kind of aggressive again. You know, so we're kind of far back from a barrier. Like I want you locked in, focused, and as soon as the barrier drops, like, you know, run up, look for a kill. Let your team know if you want as well. You could do that. Here we respect this molly too much still. I think a big thing is like respecting your enemies too much, especially like I said, you seem like a very smart player inside, even if you panic right now. I feel like this tip helps a lot of people. So like respecting your enemies last, realizing silver 1 players really are not very great. No offense. You can really use that to your advantage because it allows you to realize what you can get away with. Because you can get away with a lot of stuff, especially as Jett with
Alright, we're
optimal
picking
use of
up.
smokes with a dash. Because I can tell by how you play, you feel like you're in a lot of danger quite often.
Yeah, I don't
the-
have a lot of confidence.
And it's not actually true. Like, you're not always in a lot of danger.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I think this is a good read.
Drone here.
Unless he's somewhere mid still.
Broom's pushing out B, I think.
So here, I want to try to get you over to
Chamber
A at
trip
this
on
point.
site.
Looking at the mini-map, it's about time for us to kind of group up.
Shit.
Yeah, as our team's
Can I get
going
a
out.
message?
Ooh, I was actually imagining that, so that's good. So here, we could stand right here. This would be really good. Because the doors, yeah, at this point, I would just do what you can. We see all of them on the mini-map. And this is why being with your team a little sooner would be very useful, by the way, because now you're split off, like, they have the spike, so your odds of winning this round are very low.
They're gonna push through there.
This is a Duckeeh.
Yeah, dang it.
Don't go
So
there.
now, this is when we want to take a deep breath and not panic, because I can tell you're panicking. Even though, because, like, if I had to guess, this is probably one of the situations where you panic the most, because a lot of people do.
Yeah, usually clutch situations, yeah.
But realize this is just as winnable as a lot of rounds. Again, especially in your rank, because these people are gonna just give you free kills like the Sage, the Bucky.
Push through there.
So here, one thing straight away: don't run in a clutch situation. Try to take a deep breath. Realize that running is only gonna give away your position, unless you have a reason to like actually run. Like say there's someone around this corner, you just want to run at them. But here,
Dang it.
you're kind of telling them exactly what you're doing. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just yeah,
Good try.
it's fine though.
Take a breath.
Yeah.
They're ready for that.
It's okay to
Yeah.
panic. But that's something you want to try to gain control of. I think the tip of like not respecting enemies to such an extent would be a good tip for you.
Okay.
Do something we call limit testing. So basically like see what can you get away with. What can you do that enemies don't really what could you do that you think enemies would expect that they actually don't, and it's gonna actually like win you guys around for free. Okay, so I'm not sure if we just got knives, but do you not like using knives?
I am not good with knives.
Okay,
So
so
sometimes I use them like to get better eco, but I don't typically get kills with them.
yeah,
When I do, it's like, whoa, hit something.
yeah, no. So realize that Jett knives are actually better than a Vandal in some ways. So it's a lot. I almost like every Jett player I coach, except for maybe higher rank Jett players, they say like, oh, I'm not very good with knives, but avoiding using them is not gonna help you get better at them. And
Yeah.
I say that because here we shouldn't really be buying a Vandal. This is where I'd buy like a Shorty or a Sheriff in full armor and full util and just pop knives. More than likely, if you waste the knives, you can just pick up a teammate's gun. How can you get better with knives? You can go into the range and practice on the bots, because unfortunately you can't go into deathmatch and use knives.
See.
So again, I think I would like to see some initiative here from you. So like saying, all right, I'm gonna push the brim here and be main, or okay, let's walk up cat again. Again, I understand maybe IGL is not for you. That's okay. That's not necessarily what this is, because IGLs are a bit more intensive. But as a
Yeah.
duelist, you're really trying to take initiative, get the first kill of the round, especially on attack. Rounds aren't necessarily always going to be opened up until you get a kill, and that's your team's not doing it, it's kind of on you as a duelist.
Okay.
Here also
Let's see.
definitely buy full armor. Definitely buy full armor. And again, I would just not buy the Vandal, so I'd buy full armor with no Vandal.
Okay. With knives, do you always buy full armor?
Yeah, if you can. It's very rare for high rank Jett players to not buy full armor with knives. Yeah, unless it's like a full save round, you still want to pop knives or something like that.
I swear to God.
So again, here
Swear to God.
up against the barrier, or looking to peek mid, or anything aggressive. So it's not like, because like right now the position that we're at, we kind of don't know if playing aggressive is going to be useful for us, like if it's gonna work, because we haven't tried it, right? We haven't really tried it. You've only tried to go out like twice or once maybe. You definitely tried to go out B, and then the only reason it didn't work is because you did not dash into your smoke because the smoke was too far away. Other than that, we're just respecting the team too much.
Yeah.
I'm boomer.
So yeah,
I
we're
think
letting.
I'm deciding, like, do I go main? Do I go mid? Like, I think there's a lot of indecisiveness here.
Yeah, I think I agree as well from a few things we saw earlier.
Yeah.
So, what do you think we can do to counter indecisiveness?
I think just like pick one.
Yeah.
Just pick one and go with it. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. Like, just pick one.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, I'm a boomer.
Exactly what I would say. Yeah.
You know it's bad when
So at this point, have you realized like this guy mollies every round, or is that still like, oh, he's mollying this now? Like you don't realize
Oh
until
no,
he
I
does it?
think we know. I think we know.
Yeah. Okay.
they say, oh damn,
And that I don't know what I'm doing.
go mid.
Okay.
He's never seen that lineup before in his life. He doesn't know what to do.
So here, like, we can walk into the smoke. I don't know if
I'm gonna smoke this. I'm gonna
he's in
smoke
there or
this,
not.
You up here?
And I'm just gonna.
Okay. That's fine. Again, I think at the start of the round here, we can go through this molly before it even lands, so we don't have to use our dash, because then you can dash and you don't have to worry about the brim if you have a good
Okay.
smoke.
It's bad when they say, oh damn.
And you'd be like, yo, I'm going out, and then kill the brim, and then at that point the site's kind of just you guys. It's like that one kill really has a snowball effect in a lot of scenarios. We got a res, okay.
Sage CT.
So,
Thank you.
Side's clear, side's clear.
Cool.
well, you got scammed. So this is where you can pop knives as well.
Side's clear.
I got a specter.
Alright. I wanna play.
Damn, I'm so good at
Yeah, so we're
Enterprise
thinking
here.
where we want to play here.
You are.
Gun here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So here, what do we do when it's 5v2, or when our team has numbers advantage in this situation?
Guess we should play like just hold angles and have crossfires
Yeah,
because they have to push us.
yeah, exactly. The main thing I'm looking for is don't push too aggressive, because a lot of people at this point, especially duelists, will be like, oh, there's only two
Let's
people
hunt
left.
them down.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't really want to do that, because like we saw earlier, whenever is Omen here and then you fought the Jett mid, that can easily end in
Easy to know, Jett.
disaster. Even this round could be lost if you guys fight one at a time. This position's a little awkward in my opinion.
We did.
One has up, so.
Also, there's a Vandal here.
He might be saving again.
He
But that's
loves the
okay.
top.
Yeah, they're
CT, yeah.
saving. Alright, they both died.
Why do I have?
Yes,
Is he
it's-
talking shit about
invaluable.
you? Nah, he's a POS.
I noticed like some big things from you, like you said. There's indecisiveness, but there's also autopiloting. So we're doing a lot of the same thing on attack.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is like we're just following our team. You don't necessarily want to make a big comm or something. Like maybe that ties into your indecisiveness too, or you're more prone to just kind of go with the flow and do the same thing over and over again without realizing that
He's not
there's
spitting
there's
facts.
probably opportunities in other areas.
He's
I like the have
spitting.
all chat muted. That's a smart choice.
I don't know what he's spitting. It's not facts.
Let's fly.
Yeah, tell him.
Yeah, tell
We're
him.
always like right here, like in this area, like back.
Yeah.
Your stage is even in front of you usually.
Tell him.
You want to play? Let's
Oh
play.
god,
Yeah,
there.
like again, the molly's here, so I would either look elsewhere or try to run past it quick and tell your
It is
team.
again.
I know I've said that a lot, but
Oh no. Omen.
We are pinched.
Oh Alright, I'm
Okay,
going.
so there's an op mid. This is where I'd be like, stop peeking mid, stop peeking mid.
Guys, go
Let's can B, let's can B, let's can B.
Alright, we go down B. We go down B hard.
Yeah.
Ow, he's like.
Wait. I have drone.
Oh, you saw him, you saw
I
him.
think he's in the smoke.
Okay.
Ow, he's like.
Wait. I have drone.
You could easily kill him here.
Oh, his gun's sticking out.
Yeah.
Alright, we go
Um,
down B. We go down B hard.
No, that's okay, but also,
Ow, he's like.
whenever you have this so also like, again, I think you respect enemies too much.
Alright, I'm going in.
And the way that I know that is because like we activate our dash kind of early here, so whenever you peek this, I'm imagining you expect them to like be up here, but in my head he's gonna be back here somewhere, like behind on lane or like where he was earlier. He's actually in the smoke this time, and
we go down B.
the fact that he smokes here kind of gives that away a little bit.
Wait.
Oh,
Alright,
because he
alright.
just wants to go from smoke to smoke.
Yeah, this smoke doesn't necessarily guarantee that, but that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Oh, good.
You could spam that. You can also just run into the smoke because you have a dash activated.
He's
We
in
don't
the
need to
smoke.
waste the
Is he
dash
in the
here.
smoke?
He's running now. He's backside.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going
Have some
forward.
initiative here.
He's backside. Go now.
Fuck.
Oh, Jade mark.
But this is where unlucky.
Oh,
No, sorry.
Jet mark
let's
it.
try.
Okay.
The person.
I have knives.
Yeah, you have knives, so let's see. What do we buy?
Watch both angles.
Not a sheriff.
And then
Mainly,
go
again,
through.
Mainly, I would definitely buy full armor and shorty and smokes.
A like.
Yeah, just so you can buy full armor. Sheriff's fine,
The
but
person.
not if you can't buy full armor. We actually could
Oh.
have.
That he
Okay.
can't like
Yeah.
watch both angles.
Yeah. You don't have to be too like frugal. Like just prioritize armor typically.
Mm-hmm.
Armor and then abilities and then guns, I would say.
I think it makes sense, dude.
I have knives.
Whenever you have knives. Okay, let's see how we do. And we can peek straight away. This is the type of confidence we want to see on attack from you.
Even before the silver dark.
Actually, no, you're right, because there's been an op, so you're correct. But in B main and A main where he's not been opping, yeah, absolutely. Just like, see what you can get away with, because we haven't really played aggressive yet. Now we know there's an op A.
I hit him a lot.
Dang it.
I'm so
He's cat.
Yeah, you could probably get more knives this half. We use those a little sooner as well. I would recommend just kind of practicing.
Just popping them as I get them.
Yeah, and then practicing the range a little bit on the bots. What you
Okay.
can do is like jump around with knives, and like try to hit them like that, and then use updraft and try to hit them,
Mm-hmm.
and that'll really help because that's really how you use knives. Because whenever you use a vandal or a rifle, you don't have that accuracy midair,
That's just savage.
Wait, can someone tell me
but
this?
with knives you do. Again, same position, kind of autopilot-y.
The room does this every time.
It's one thing to be kind of like passive like this
Step out.
after you've tried to push aggressively and it hasn't worked.
But I haven't even tried.
Yeah,
Yet.
yeah.
Oh, are we? Are
Our
we
team,
going
our
A?
team's just
Are we
kind of
going
like
A?
all over the place, so
Shit.
No, sorry, Omi.
and that's just gonna happen, to be honest.
Woo! There, it's just like.
Again, we don't have to run. We don't have to run. Like,
Oh, I could walk here.
yeah, you don't. I mean, to be honest, I don't think they're gonna expect you to be here until you start running. Like, I don't think they're gonna be looking here. Now they are. Okay.
Ah!
So I don't know, like, if he. I think he's probably looking here because we're running, or maybe because you updrafted actually. But I want you to try to like play a little quieter, a little slower, because you can walk up. One of my go-to plays is just walk up cat and try to get all the way up here without being spotted. Like that's just one of my plays. Because all the time there's just nobody on cat and nobody watches this. So in this rank, you better bet there's a lot of stuff you can get away with.
I'm gonna start trying.
And start trying. Okay.
The talisman.
Talisman. I've actually
Arena
never
has
seen
the
it in game.
talisman.
It's so ugly. Oh, it actually looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
Wait, this is nice.
I just put it on because I just got the battle
Alright.
pass done.
Let me go. Oh god. There's too much shit. Go.
Nah, I wouldn't let that deter you. I
Oh,
would
you
not be
dashed
scared of that.
in? I should dash
Yeah, I
in.
would smoke somewhere out here.
Mhm.
Your team is relatively with you. Again, I don't know why we have I don't know, we're not all kind of all together, but that's okay. Here, we eat a dart, but it's not the end of the world. Especially if you dash straight into your smoke, like into the middle of it. They're not
There's too
probably
much
not gonna
shit,
kill you.
Too much shit.
Yeah, just go for it. Like, getting out of silver is as simple as having confidence and just going for plays.
Okay.
Drone.
Because I do lose a lot of gunfights, and I think that's why I don't have a lot of confidence going aggressive.
Yeah, I think what we can do to work on that is play a little more deathmatch, and you know what crosshair placement is?
Yeah.
Really try to work on crosshair placement, because I can tell a lot of time you're kind of aiming a bit
Let
low
you
here,
drone it. Mhm.
and like right here, for example, I'm thinking where's the enemy gonna push through the smoke at? Is he gonna push through here? Is he gonna push through
Or
here?
like side.
Yeah, like so I'm gonna place my crosshair over here instead. So
Okay.
obviously there's not smokes in deathmatch, but you can place your crosshair around corners. There's a difference between placing a crosshair for a running enemy, for a shift walking enemy.
Drone it from really far.
Here we're aiming kind of low, like if someone comes through, you're gonna be aiming at the chest.
Mhm.
Now, what do you think's a good idea?
This is rotate time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shoot the wall first. Then
Yeah,
rotate.
shoot the wall and run.
Let me break the wall first.
No, man.
Spike down. Mid.
Good, good. Most people, as you can see, don't shoot the wall. You know it's the best thing to do.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'll avenge you.
And also smoke darts.
Last player standing.
Yeah, I would have just smoked with your dash there and gone out for sure. And there's like a lot of different smokes you can throw to dash into. You don't always have to go straight forward. You can go to the right a little bit, to the left a little bit.
Mhm.
And then after you dash into your smoke, you can use a second smoke to kind of play around in. Because again, whenever you do that, there's a bit of ambiguity about where your position's actually going to be. Like they don't know for
Okay.
sure. Especially if you throw like a decent smoke between, like, say, I don't know, like around Jin. They don't know if you're going to be behind Jin or in front of it or in the smoke still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try to like outbrain people like that.
Yeah,
Guardian.
we
Okay.
need smoke.
Solid buy.
We need everything. We just go.
We just go. That's always fun. Oh, you got res.
Please.
Have it.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright.
One enemy remaining.
Alright, I can't see
Spike
shit.
down A.
Actually, let's go back. Something you can do here that
Yeah, we need.
I should have probably
Jump
said already.
We need everything.
No, again, I
No?
think that's fine. But like, just as a good rule of thumb, ask your Sova to drone because he probably has it.
Mm-hmm.
High ranked players will always drone from right in this corner, just over the wall, clear it out.
Okay.
Make sure no one's here using anything cringe like an op.
And we just go.
I'm very happy to see that you're peeking. Actually, again, an op is just one of those things. It's kind of like, you know, if you don't expect it, it's kind of unlucky.
Yeah, I was not ready for this fight. Our crosshairs all
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna bring
over
that up
there.
too. Like if your crosshairs here, you could actually maybe even kill him. But that's a big thing I would say is work on your crosshair placement.
Okay.
One enemy remaining.
Alright, I can't see
Spike
shit.
down A.
So here we really want to play around our sage. That's very beautiful. Good job.
Do this.
What about sheriff? Okay, very good.
Just do max charge right at the window. Like you want to make sure it enters their room though.
Is it twice?
Okay.
No, don't bounce it at all.
Oh, really? Why?
Just like put it in there.
Okay, this is something else I notice a lot. What could you have done better? What could you have done different here?
Just like put it in there.
Not do the dash until you hear them, or get out of the common angle and hold an off angle there.
Yeah, you must have been watching my videos. I swear, you have like the answer to everything.
Oh, I know a lot. I just
You're- yeah,
panic
you're
so
smart.
hard.
Yeah, so activating the dash here is bad because you don't know that they're here or not. So whenever we go to retake B, we don't have the dash, which would be very useful. Yeah, I would just chill here, not necessarily peek yet. If you hear them activate the dash, peek, and then go for some shots. Now we're just gonna be rotating.
I'm
I
gonna
hit
go
Sova.
2v4.
hang out with Owen
Sheriff.
here.
Nice.
Fall down.
So now we can
B. One
Last
enemy
one
remaining.
was-
play together,
He
right?
goes mid.
Yeah, he was mid. He could come from market.
Last player
Oh
standing.
god.
Just lane. He wins a good job. Full buy Spectre. This is really good. Where do you think they're gonna go here though?
They went B and they lost B, so they'll probably go A.
Yeah, I don't like that we're mid this round. I think it's
With the
okay.
Spectre.
Yeah, like it's kind of hard, even though they don't have, unless they have like a sheriff or something. Like to kill someone on top mid, it's kind of hard. So we do have a lot of people A though. So
Watch this. Easy two.
this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, this is good.
The Marshall.
But again, yeah, I
Oh,
think it's gonna
do it
be.
again. It's too
Nope,
early.
nope, nope,
Yeah,
nope.
yeah. Don't activate dash.
No, they're A.
Chartreuse.
Stinger. Okay. So here, there's a couple things we can do, depending on how we think they're gonna play. So whenever you're defending, something that can help you is you're gonna want to figure out early in the half defending. Does this enemy team rotate quickly or do they push? Right. So are they rotators or are they committers? If that makes sense. Like, do they just come into sight or do they leave? And you'll figure this out in this rank. They'll always pretty much do the same thing. Almost always. Like, they won't do push and then rotate another round. Like, usually they'll always rotate or they'll always commit. So use that as a good prediction. Way to predict. So here it looks like they're actually going to commit, judging from their positions. And we don't need to be running here.
Rotating.
You're basically just telling them, like, oh,
No,
there's a
they're
lot of
not
people here.
They're not?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it's okay. I got this.
Definitely shift walk more. You could practice that in deathmatch too, whenever you're like holding angles or trying to have good crosshair placement. Don't run
Yeah.
until they already know where you are. But I don't need to peek this. This is a bit aggressive.
This is scary.
We can go cat. They know you guys are just like running and letting them know that you're both here. So if they were just run B right now, they would be fine.
We wait for the plan.
I don't know if we know that they're actually going B,
Yeah, they could have faked it.
but as long as you stay together, that's kind of the main thing.
30 seconds left.
I would have probably stayed A,
Spike
but yeah, that's okay.
planted.
That's okay.
Enemy remaining.
Oh god.
Let's see it.
Last player standing.
Good trade.
Enemy remaining.
Now activate the dash
Oh
and go.
god.
He's underneath.
This is where I hear you say, "Oh God!" So now you're starting to panic, probably. Like activate the dash and realize this guy's an Ares. Like you have an upper hand on this guy. This is where you could use a smoke too. It's smoke down below you. Look at that. Right. This is free.
Underneath.
Why is he even look where he's looking? Also, right? Because I want you to realize like you don't need to respect these people too much. Don't like he's looking A main.
Yeah, main.
He's looking A main, but you killed his teammate and you're the last one alive. He's looking A main. So you're probably thinking, oh my god, he's gonna see me as soon as I come down, but he's not. You dash over his head and he still isn't ready for you.
That's right. Let's go.
job.
I'm better.
Okay. I like that we're B. You're playing well. You're playing fine. You're definitely playing better though.
Aggressive.
Again, activate the dash too early.
Yeah.
In this case, they're actually here, so let's see how we use this. Okay.
Aggressive.
She knifed me.
I think we could cross to the left. Yeah, you think that'd be
Oh
good?
yeah, I get to a
Yeah, because kind of
off
like a.
angle.
Well, mainly it's a good to get into the off angle, but it's especially good in this situation. Why would you say?
To like limit the amount of people that are gonna swing you at once.
I would say because Reyna, you see where Reyna is? You guys are kind of like both
Oh.
are here.
Yeah, so they
So-
can spray transfer both of us.
Yeah, and you guys are like kind of you could be body blocking each other, getting in each other's ways, which would be really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But also you have a closer range weapon, so being over here would also be very good.
Holy shit.
Oh shit.
So again, you shouldn't if you do a play like this and you don't even like barely damage them, you shouldn't let it deter you from
Trying it again.
yeah, because this is a big. I used to do this. A lot of people I've coached do this. Whenever something you try doesn't go as planned, don't let it like make you feel bad or deter you. This is a free run. Yeah. Again, pop knives, go mid. Like, don't buy the vandal. Save your money. Money is valuable. You can buy teammates. You can buy an op. Also, do you have an op?
Yeah, I op a lot more on chamber than on Jett.
Okay, I would say Jett is also. They're both very strong oppers.
I've
so-
lost a lot of ops to the enemy
see.
team as well.
Mhm.
And then I have a hard time managing my eco to get an op.
Yeah, so this is exactly here. We could sell our gun and use knives. So even if you feel unconfident with the op, or with knives, just pop them for eco's sake, so you can save it for a really strong weapon.
Okay.
Because here, this is just a waste, right? Because we're not using it this round when we have it.
And they don't
Yeah.
have flashes, so
We're not maximizing our credits, basically.
They do have a
Please
grim.
cover it. Omen, I'm gonna try to go.
This is a very decent spot.
Oh, I fucked up that so bad.
It kind of seems like a big thing for you on defense is that you don't necessarily predict where the enemies are gonna go.
So even if we think that they'll go A, like should we just force stack A in this case, or
If you're very confident, you can, but typically no, you don't want to leave B. So here, my main point is like if you think they're gonna go A in this position with this how our teammates
then
are,
I should go like market so I could do a fast rotate?
I would say yeah, either that or come here and then flank, right? Because you can hold this. But again, that's kind of the disconnect for you is that you lost an aggressive fight last round, so I feel like you're playing back now. But I
Yeah.
wouldn't be deterred. I would still be peeking up here, seeing if there's anyone. If there is, then I would come back. But if there's nobody, then I'm gonna push, see where I can get. If I can flank, they have a chamber, so maybe you could smoke that, or maybe maybe it's just bad. But you could also
I think they're going through.
push
cat
through
A.
here and then go like this.
Maybe. No, it's B. It's B.
Uh,
Down mid.
I don't like when people make comms
It's
like
B,
that.
it's B.
It's B. It's B. Like it's definitely not
Yeah, they haven't
Spike
committed to
down
anything.
mid.
B. Yeah, we see Spike. There's one B actually.
Oh shit. He creeped up.
So we. Again, we're running. This is a
Oh
very
yeah,
this is a
I'm
very
making
bad
so
habit.
much noise.
Player
Yeah. Yeah, at this point I'd start walking right here, probably.
Oh,
Right
shit.
around here. I don't mind that we peeked to med, but so
He creeped up.
right here, you hear the glass break.
Mm-hmm.
So there, that's probably gonna draw my attention toward A. Worst case scenario, we go A, kill one, and then it's 2v3, but they go B, so we have to retake 2v3.
Okay.
Peeking mid is fine, but you don't know if they've crossed mid or not. This
Yeah,
is
right.
fine though. Like again, this is good. I like the confidence.
last player standing.
Got
Let
my
me see
Odin, by the
this.
way.
He does.
Okay. I don't know if you mean to do this, but you notice you kind of shoot.
You got my Odin, by the way.
He does.
Last player.
I honestly think that's just unlucky. And just got wait, this is good. Wait,
Oh
what?
no!
Oh.
That was easy. That wrong player.
Okay. This is a very strong spot.
Alright, this is.
We still have knives.
You want to
I think we
play,
maybe
let's
could have bought
play.
Flammer. I don't know what your credits were. Another kind of minor thing. So here,
Chambers mid.
we know that he's opping, so we want to be like telling our team don't do that. Our cross placement's good there
Yeah,
actually.
Don't peek it, Sage.
God.
So here, we want to
Oh,
be.
I
This is.
shouldn't have that shift.
Wait, what? What did you say?
I shouldn't have proc the dash here.
I think it's okay because they might be running up cat. It's a little early though, yeah.
God.
So here, I was gonna say, why is our positioning bad here?
I'm exposed to main and guard entry.
Yeah. So where could we go? Knowing that they're coming up cat and Spike is there. With the dash. We have our dash activated.
I could peek them.
Yeah, I would just peek because you can get a kill and dash back and then what? It's 3v3.
Spike down mid.
I would just run. Yeah. Yeah, like see? This is what I'm talking about. This is so good. Because like this guy has no clue.
Spike down mid.
This guy has no clue. He's clueless. He's absolutely clueless. And then there's probably going to be someone else here that's also going to be clueless. Yeah, right? This is what you want to kind of quickly zone in on, realize that you can do stuff like this. You could have been doing this from like very early on. Remember when I was saying run past the brim molly?
Yeah.
This is what I mean. Because you're going to run past.
He doesn't even know I'm here, even though I killed
No,
his
and
teammate.
then you can see everyone. I don't know if you look at the minimap a lot, but at this point I know where all three of them are, and I know how I need to win the round. But I also know that Chamber's opping on cat. I know Brim's mid, so yeah, you kill him, you'd expect like, oh, everyone knows where I am now. But no, to be honest, probably no one on their team knows where you are. Good.
Last player standing.
Where was he?
Oh.
And it's like we just have this habit of like insta activating our dash. Probably makes you feel safe. But try to be a little more calculated with it. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. That's just kind of unlucky.
Where was he? Where was he?
Again, you're running, right? If you're not
Yeah.
running here, he probably is not going to know where you are. I know I might be giving you mixed signals, or like run, don't run while you're running.
Yeah.
But in this scenario, mainly with the dash here, like I just see this as a very strong opportunity, because like I would just keep going because our dash is about to run out. I don't think they're gonna know where you are, but now they kind of know. Like you killed 2 people, it's like, oh, Jett's here, Jett's here. So now I'd start shift walking. And
Okay.
again, looks like our Sova dies, so we can't group with them. But
I have like 5,000 hours on it.
knives. Could pop knives, activate dash, walk through the smoke.
Smoked mid.
They're gonna go B. Could updraft knives, updraft. Another opportunity. Fight that.
A site.
Fight that guy. Yeah, I'm not sure we're not popping knives. Maybe you're just more comfortable with the sheriff than the knives, but I would
Yeah,
argue.
I've been better at popping knives lately.
Okay, good.
'Cause I want to get experience with it, so now I just use it whenever I get it.
Okay, good. So I would wanna go help Omen here. I would go back to market because I have a feeling Sova darted B, so I have a feeling that they're gonna go toward B soon. And I don't think that. Okay,
Ah, my
that's
aim!
okay. Yeah, I would have wanted to help B here a little sooner. So a little more kind of map awareness.
Yeah.
Updraft. Yeah, whenever you say panic, I think that's a big part of your aim too, not just crosshair placement. A lot of people associate speed with more efficient kills, but in reality, that's kind of not how it is. So, what I mean by that is try to value getting your crosshair like on their head instead of just spamming. Oh, that's spike. Instead of just spamming left click.
Okay. Alright, where do we hide?
We know. Well, I don't know if you know, but I know they're both here. This is where you could throw a smoke, right? Throw a smoke up here, confuse them, make them. Wait, are they pushing the smoke? Watch the smoke. You know, because you have 2 smokes. More than likely, you're probably not going to use these.
Go get 'em, right?
Wait.
Yeah, I haven't been very good at using them.
Another way. Do you know that you can actually curve the smokes?
Yeah.
I would highly recommend just slightly curving, because you're gonna realize how much you can actually do with the smokes when you start doing that too. Like right here, you can actually curve all the way in. It'd be really nice. And crosshair placement, you see this? There's a big difference here. If your crosshair is at head level versus where
Yeah,
it is
it's
here,
low.
quite low. I would recommend when you play deathmatch, really emphasize putting your mind's eye on crosshair placement.
Go.
Oh.
'Cause you actually hit him, it's just not in the head.
It's over. What if like in deathmatch? Because I pop heads all the time in deathmatch, and everything looks really great. But in a real game, like it just doesn't. It doesn't cross over.
Yeah. Okay. So I say this to a lot of people that ask this question, but for you, it's especially true because we know that you have you have sort of a problem with panicking, and so I think the pressure for you is really on in comp. But when you play deathmatch, it's not. It's just like, oh, this deathmatch, I have plenty of lives. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah.
So just kind of realizing like there's no difference between taking fights in deathmatch and in comp, right? So
Because in deathmatch, like if I know someone's there, like I'm gonna go and get them.
Yeah.
Or like
yeah, definitely don't obviously always just run it down in a comp game, but definitely run it down a little more than you are right now. But
Okay.
mainly just work on your mechanics, but don't let the pressure of comp get to you. Comp is only different from deathmatch in that you have 1 life per round, and that's why it feels like it's more pressure. Yeah, but yeah, like you said, it does feel different, but it's really not. Like taking fights is the exact same in the 2 modes. Okay.
What are some other wallbang spots here besides B?
you can wallbang anywhere. I think this map is like super thin.
Then
I think so, yeah.
okay, we have res. Again, hitting tab, just seeing like, are my teammates buying? What ults do we have coming up? What ults do the enemies have? You can also see that up here, which I'm sure you're aware of. Just glancing at those, like right now I'm thinking, okay, crap, is there gonna be a Sova ult? Are we gonna get, you know, is they gonna have res as well?
Right, but did they go
Okay, here we go.
B that round? We gonna go A this time?
Cover Jett.
Good thinking. And dash. This is just a habit you can easily fix. It's gonna net you a lot of.
A site.
There's panic. Here's panic. Right? So look where they're looking. They know that the rain is there. You have a very good
Yeah.
opportunity here to get a free kill. Crosshair placement, big. Crosshair placement will get you to gold alone. Not kidding.
Okay.
Probably to plat alone. If you can have crosshair here, not panic when you shoot, and instead of spraying like this, tap or burst.
Mm-hmm.
Tap or 2 to 3 round burst.
A site.
You see, you're actually even running while spraying, so you kind of panic. Even just
Yeah.
get one cap onto one of them and dash out, and it's all
Everyone
worth
got
it.
cap.
5v4. Oh, we walled our Reyna off.
No, you trapped me.
So here we hear them. We want to say that because this could definitely kill our Sova.
Oh, heaven.
In garden, in garden.
heaven.
Yeah, they know.
Sage.
Is Sova your duo?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Good trade.
So what do we think they're gonna do? Because remember what I said earlier? Usually, enemies that do the rotate,
Oh.
rotate. Yeah.
This
and-
this is a pushing team.
Yeah, I would say definitely they're a pushing team. They don't seem to really rotate. Even the round we thought they were gonna rotate, they didn't rotate. They're
Had to-
Bunch of A main. There's 2 A main.
Oh god.
Last player standing.
There's one behind box.
yeah, like they were walking.
Close left. Close left. Close left.
I feel like you rush yourself because like you panic and you're like, I gotta rush, I gotta go. My whole team's dead. My whole team's watching me. I don't want to look stupid, like so I just gotta get this over with. But take your time. You have time to work with. This is not gonna be an easy round to win. Your team's not gonna be mad if you die. And if they are, that's
haven't
their
even
problem.
planted yet.
Ooh, we're jumping. I don't think we should jump. I think you kind of realize that there's a good opportunity for you to kill this
One behind
Sage
box.
here,
Oh god.
Close left. Close left. Close left.
but we jump sadly.
Yeah.
You probably can still kill her because again. Oh wait. Okay.
Planting.
Yeah. Wait, we had dash. Do we have dash?
One behind box.
No. Only after I
I
killed
think
her.
I had it after I killed her.
So if we don't jump, we come out again. Patience. Don't panic. One tap her. One tap her. Activate dash. Correct our crosshair over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You see, it's a whole different ball game. You also have smokes. You could smoke over here before you kill her or after you kill her.
Planting. Good try.
Here for 120 as well.
My arrow.
This is a very good position as well. I like this position.
Alright, there's a couple mid.
You can smoke the dart too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, try also when you try to shoot it, try to not be scanned by it. I know that's kind of like,
okay.
like, well, duh, but you know, try to like peek out whenever it's just done scanning. It's a very minor thing, but
Oh, nice. You killed them.
I think we might have heard one B main. Again, we activate the dash just so preemptively a lot,
Yeah.
and that just really prevents you from having opportunities. I really think there's one B main. I think we heard them, so that means they might both be toward B.
Should I go pinch him?
And what does this mean? Am I expecting them to rotate through spawn to A? Probably not. I'm gonna go help my omen. I don't like that we go this way usually. This is not usually gonna help you out too much. We really gonna go
Okay.
back market and just kind of. Cause how are they gonna win the round here?
They
gonna-
kill Omen, get
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, they need B. So like, if you're a market, they can't. They're not going through both of you.
Do you have drone?
Yeah.
But here they're gonna push out on your omen, and this is not gonna be necessarily great. Or maybe it is.
Spike down B.
Yeah, like you can see, you can't expect this Omen player or whoever that's gonna be alone to always do that.
Yeah.
So you can see how positioning there is kind of important.
got mid. Okay. Yeah, I think
Remind people-
like if I'm pushed up, I don't usually regroup, but it's a good thing to think about.
Yeah, especially on defense. On attack, I mean, it's still important on attack whenever you get the spike down, but you have a little more leniency with it
Mm-hmm.
because it is attack. I don't. We have 3 on A, but no one's watching cat. There's a dart. Yeah, that's how you want to do it, right? That's good. You didn't shoot it. Or you didn't get it, but
No, I missed
him.
it.
this is where you could throw a smoke. This is where you use comms, not an IGL comm. Just like there's multiple people in B main. Like bring attention to that on your team. I think they might
Okay.
realize, but your omen could be like smoking that, or no, they might. Your team could just help. various ways. And what I'm thinking is you could throw a smoke there. That'd be useful.
Okay.
We could peek, right? We could peek. Don't respect our enemies too much. Yeah, they know you're here. But this smoke from the Jett here, I see as an opportunity. I'm going to stand in the smoke and run out of it because I have dash activated. I'm going to probably kill both of them
Okay.
there too. And then dash back to site.
Okay.
One on site.
Okay. I mean, that's very good too. Right? I don't know. I think she thought you went up top or something. But,
One.
yeah. You can just see what you can get away with here just
She's dead.
by looking at it like this.
Grabbing orb.
Yeah, definitely using smokes is big. Using smokes more efficiently.
Yeah, we got him.
This
One
is
enemy
Going through this
I
window
got
is hard.
spike.
okay.
Spike down mid.
This is fine because our in is mid.
Flawless.
Where's your crosshair? It's kind of
Spike down
could be a
mid.
little better
Body.
here.
Yeah.
Flawless.
And try to just purposely practice one taps, and again try to
Okay.
really try to have that transfer into comp. I know it's easier said than done, but
Mm.
if you could do that, again, that's you're very easy to get
Still,
out of silver.
5-man B, to be honest.
Okay. They did that last time.
A site.
You check cat.
Yeah.
4 stack of A.
You
So okay, so you hear them shooting the wall. The wall's broken. What do we
Mhm.
expect to happen here? Like, do we think the enemies know that there's 4 of our teammates there?
No,
So
I don't think they'll know. They should. Oh, I should flank them here.
okay, yeah, I like that. So
Good.
yeah, I think that's good. I'm just worried about the trip. I don't know if Chamber's tripping this or not, but I think it's good to try because you haven't really tried flanking once yet. That's a big thing on attack. If there's not Chamber, try to flank. Even because
Okay.
this is silver, so I don't know if Chambers actually trip as they should, but
I trip.
good. Yeah, the reason I say because I don't. Again, these guys push. These guys are probably not going to rotate off of A.
And I have to, Mhm. like,
Even if they know 4 people are there, they're probably not going to rotate. Again, we activate the dash just a little bit early.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go for go for plays you wouldn't think are normally.
I'm
Great.
gonna go B.
We're gonna go
Okay.
B. I would ask personally. I would ask how many people are B, or how many people are A. How many enemies do you guys hear A? And then if they say like 3, again, do we really expect them to rotate B? Because I don't.
Until they
Break the drone.
So although 5-second A is not necessarily like a typical play,
Until they
Yeah.
it's something you can do in this
that's-
rank.
One
see one mid.
Yeah, Chambers mid.
Help.
No, but that
I
might make them think, oh, we killed 1A, we should go A, right?
Man, don't let him get it.
2 to A, go A, go A. Yeah.
Oh, 80 chamber mid.
One B, there's one B.
Yeah.
Last player standing.
Shit.
Yeah, he did. He picked it up.
Alright.
You're playing fine actually, but again, you know
I could play better.
you're playing fine, but you could have 30 kills easily.
Yeah, I could be better.
I like that we're hitting tab. This is gonna be our last round. Looks
I
like.
feel like he killed me with a vandal.
No, he picked up the one from my body.
Okay.
Switch to the other vandal.
We kind of have this habit of just doing what we've done.
Yeah, going mid a lot.
Yeah, this is good. Like it's good to go mid, but just look for a peek B main, look for a flank B main, look for a peek A main, look for a peek or flank A main, look for a peek cat. See, what can I do? Can I flank mid to B? Can I flank mid to A? Like all these things, if you haven't tried them once in your life, try them. And then if it works, you're
Okay.
like, oh, wait, they have no clue that I'm doing that. And that stuff can work probably up until like plat. Stuff you think is like very obvious will probably work because they're just not expecting it up until like plat. And again, to get to plat, it's just
You want to
really
play,
crosshair placement
let's
and aim.
play.
So now what are we thinking? I'm thinking maybe it's gonna be a B push.
Even though Jett's.
Oh.
Shit.
You guys are just running it down.
Play.
Yeah, so I was thinking straight because there's a dart and I hear Sova spamming. It's toward B, but
Oh shit.
they just swing mid. Yeah,
80 on Jett.
just kind of unlucky.
That hurt.
Good
game.
Okay, pretty fine average performance from you. What we want is for you to be this chamber like consistently, because you very easily can.
Yeah,
He
getting
opts a
30
lot.
kills.
He opt a lot, so I would recommend that. It's not only
Mhm.
chamber but Jett. So use your knives. Try to
Okay.
save up for the op. Okay. So what do you say are the main takeaways?
Probably like respect the enemies less and just see what I could do instead of like being scared of them.
Yeah,
And then walking more
yeah, that's
when I'm by
for sure.
myself or when they don't know I'm there.
Respect enemies less. Run. Panicking is a big one. That's probably the biggest thing for you. Respect
Yeah.
enemies significantly less, I would say. Walk more so that they don't, especially when you're panicking. Work on crosshair placement and deathmatch.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be predictable. Don't autopilot. Right. Try to. That kind of again ties into like just trying new things that you don't think they're gonna expect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have any questions?
Hmm. Like it.
Because I know, like for you, the things that are really gonna keep you where you are right now is you're panicking and your lack of confidence. So if you can really kind of bolster those things, and even if you just improve those things slightly, you're gonna eventually notice significant improvements.
Okay. Like those things are hard to
Yeah, especially
fix. Like
since this is like
they're
your first game, right? Like your first comp game. It's
yeah.
weird. But
Yeah,
deathmatch is your best friend.
before in clutches, my heart rate would just go off the charts. So now it's like it's better now.
You've been playing for a few months.
Like 3.
Yeah, yeah. You definitely have a big room for improvement. Yeah, it'll be hard. Like, I mean, I'm sure whenever I played my first game, I'm sure it's just kind of like natural, right, to feel kind of anxious or like nervous or like your heart rate increases whenever you're last alive, especially. But indecisiveness, that's another thing. Just go for plays. Like, even if you think it's just the dumbest thing ever, sometimes just try something, right? And if it doesn't work, at least you tried it. That's a big thing, is just trying it. Like we said
Okay.
earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, like even if you're if you keep panicking, if you just work on crosshair placement, controlling your gun, your firing, and you do nothing else, I think you can easily make it out of silver, like within the next month or so. If you consistently practice deathmatch.
I like deathmatch a lot.
You do or you don't?
I do.
Oh yeah, it's really good actually, because most people hate it. And
I just hate being shot from the side,
me too.
but other than that, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I would recommend going into it with like the mindset of like, hey, what am I weak at? What do I need to improve in comp? Instead of just like playing it to play it. I think that's kind of a mistake people make, is like, okay, I'm playing deathmatch. But what do you do? What are you playing deathmatch for? You know, like what are you actually trying to improve? You know, are you trying to improve
Okay.
crosshair placement? Are you trying to improve how you peek? Are you trying to stop, spraying and panicking, whatnot? Activating the dash. Make sure you just kind of are mindful of that too. I'm sure. I mean, we said that like
Yeah.
20 times this session, so you hopefully remember.
Yeah.
And the session was streamed, so you can always go back and kind of like skim through it. And if you,
Okay.
because like we went over a lot of stuff, so it won't be easy to remember every single bit of it.
Yeah.
Hopefully the main things stick.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think I just need to play with a lot more confidence than what I'm playing with.
Yeah, let me know when you hit gold, because I'm confident that you will.
It should be soon.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Thanks for the session.
No, thank you.
No, thanks for the keyboard advice as well.
Oh yeah,
But,
of course.
okay. All right, guys. Talk to you later. You have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye bye. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. That was Switch and Click. I got some keyboard advice. Pretty cool, you know. And I'm gonna stream Overwatch, guys. I'm gonna stream Overwatch in about 30 minutes. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And yeah, I'm gonna play DPS. I'm gonna try to get out of Diamond on DPS. So I'll see you guys soon.